Good morning, everyone. We have one life, and if we live it right, they say once is enough. And we, people from different backgrounds, from different groups, from different localities, from different age groups, from different organizations, have come together under one common roof. As our beloved earlier speakers said, earlier there was nothing. Today we have so many things. We have come under one common roof to discuss some ideas that might change our life. So now, the most important and the pertinent question is, what is life? I personally feel that life is relative. For someone who is on the verge of the end of his academic career and is about to begin his professional career, for him, life is about what would my parents think if I flunk in a particular subject. For a rickshaw driver, how much more money and trips can I make every single day? Might be life. For a hotelier, which is my most peak hour, and how many people are on leave on the occasion of festival, running on the mind might be life. For an academician, it might be, will students study today? They have enough and more gadgets revolving around life. When I say life is relative to many people, few of them just live, right? Few of them just live. For them, that is life. 24 hours round the clock, do a 9 to 5 job, no qualms about it, but do a 9 to 5 job, work like a machine, that's life. For few other people, if you look at I would call it the brighter side of life, for few other people who look at the brighter side of life, they follow their instincts, they go by their terms and conditions, they go by their own rules and regulations. They believe that God has given us 2 years, out of which one we listen and one we just leave the negative messages out. And then they follow their passion. And I belong to one such category amongst the millions of people who follow their passion. And I'm here standing in front of you today in this esteemed, prestigious dais, speaking at the TEDxGlobalAcademy. So what is this guy going to speak about? Media, 12 plus years, experience, etc. With that fantastic introduction. Thank you so much. But then what is this guy going to speak about? Well, what is that today we are all looking for? I think we'll stop it there itself. We are all wanderers, okay? We are all wanderers today. The greatest thing that we are actually looking for is the search engine within us. It's not the Google search engine that works. It's the search engine within our mind that actually keeps us ticking. That lad who was actually now looking for which slide to play, he was also searching. Got on at a cab, came down to the auditorium. I would have very well asked, if I were not visited this place earlier, I would have asked, sir, where is this auditorium, search engine? Every single day, we as individuals, either in our individual capacity or collectively, are on the search for one or the other thing. For saints, it might be inner peace. For artists, it may be opportunities. As I said, for people who commute, it might be daily trips. Every single day, we are on the lookout for one or the other thing. Immediately, as soon as a child is born, parents start thinking about, okay, what next? We're not concerned about whether the kid is happy, whether it is responding to certain mechanisms. Oh, I need to get the funds ready. I need to look at a particular school. This has happened with me as well. I'm quoting my own experience. We are least concerned about we are least concerned about the things that we actually go through. In fact, we are on the lookout for one or the other thing round the clock, 24/7. When I say that the search engine is on, today's most important question is, where to go? After being we are wanderers, we ask where to go. Why do we ask this question, where to go? Because the greatest setback, as we say that we are limitless, there is a lot of energy within us. The greatest setback that we have is LOC. Don't get me wrong, it is law of comparison. This law of comparison is a great setback. Sorry if I'm taking this example, but then young girls who are about to graduate and are on the verge of, say, have come on to a marital age, you would have seen wearing good-looking saris, fashionable accessories, having a mobile phone in hand, and then roaming around, and all of a sudden, a middle-aged female just looks at her and, isn't she the same daughter of that particular lady? Oh yeah, what is she doing now? Oh, okay. Then there is exchange of words. Okay, she's doing that. In which country? Then at home, your mom would come, your dad would come, and then say, don't you know she's doing that work at that particular place? You also try. Why don't you try? Your passion is suppressed. Ask a 23-year-old boy who wants to be a musician, would perform wonderfully at a band in college, and then is actually passion subdued because his parents want him to do what they want to and not what he wants to. In a way, the law of comparison actually influences us to do what others want to do and not what I want to do. Having said that, in the path of progression, in the path of competition, in the influential world of social medias where we post selfies, where technological advancement is like this, we actually get influenced and we start comparing to ourselves, which runs back of our mind, and we think, oh, am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right path? When this particular thing happens, you tend to shift gears. Your passion takes a back seat. And in the driver's seat, it is what the society wants. You look at society as a progress card. You look at society that would rate you. We look at society as if they were to point a finger at us for following a passion. Is that true? Speaker number 2 is a live example in front of you. To start a career as early as 22 years, and then having seen the ups and downs of life, at certain stages, when we start a career, we are baffled with so many questions. Will I make a name for myself? Where will I be 5 years down the line? Because this is one common question that we are often confronted with or asked while sitting across the table and getting hired for a particular job. Where do you see yourself 3 years down the line? Where do you see yourself 5 years down the line? Having not known where do I see myself or where do we see ourselves down the line, at that heat of the moment, we say, I'm a great team player, I'm a hard worker, I would do this, that, I would bring to the table. But after 2 years, not following the passion and then working in a very closed environment, we often get subdued. We often get irritated by the particular environment, and somewhere it runs in our mind that we are not following our passion. To all the people out here, let me put a question. Like me, many of us would have faced a mid-career crisis. Should I switch gears and go to a different job? Or should I stand in the same path or craft a career? Two different things. I consider 9 to 5 is a job. Whereas if I'm available 24/7 round the clock, at any point of time, ready for it, I'm crafting a career, every day being a learning day out of it. But then what differentiates us from the rest of the crowd is that we undermine our abilities. We haven't seen the positive side of us at all. We have not made an attempt to take risks or accept challenges. Having said that, my humble urge to the upcoming future of the country is stop LOCs. The law of comparison, which we have been hearing to ever since our school days, don't heed to them. Unless and until you say a stop, it will never stop coming your way. Maybe you would compare yourself to the recent gadget that your friend would have bought and you have. Don't do that. You would compare your lifestyle, you would compare your accessories, you would compare which company you would be working for. Please don't do that. Because after a certain age, say you're around 35 or 40, you'd be asking yourself this question itself: where to go? Because by then, time would have passed by. Relations would have been strangled. Friendships maybe would have been cut. You would have been succumbed under pressure. Not knowing where to go, you would still be in the same place without giving your full heart within the four walls, not doing justice to you, is equal to frustration on yourself, frustration on road, frustration on wife, frustration on kids, frustration on parents. A simple medical prescription, if your mom messages, you would get irked by it. I bought it last week itself. Why did you tell me earlier? Real examples of real life, my dear friends. My humble request once again to you is follow your passion. Following your passion is not easy. It takes a lot to carve a career. It takes a lot to craft a career. I repeat, it takes a lot to craft a career, to do something what your heart says. Ask yourself these two questions every single day. Am I living my life? Am I living my life? Second, okay, if I'm living my life, where to go? If I'm living my life, where to go? And I think TEDx Global Academy has provided the right platform for a certain number of people who ask these questions without being told every single day to themselves that they are living their life and they know the right direction or the place where to go. Friends, I would like to conclude by only saying this: we have one life. If you live it right, once is enough. Most importantly, have this on you. That's my name, Vishwas. And when you have it, life is limitless. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much.